child poverty, special needs kids, and a large percentage of English language learners. National Education Association Las Cruces President Patrick Sanchez says these are some of the challenges that define teaching in Las Cruces public schools. But he says the Public Education Department's top-down implementation of a statewide uniform evaluation policy is making it hard to address these local concerns effectively. In particular, he's concerned about the Public Education Department's preoccupation with student test performance to evaluate teachers. Sanchez says the system unfairly penalises teachers and is even driving them out of the profession.
If you are a teacher of English language learners, or if you teach special needs students, guess what's going to happen to those test scores? They're not going to be as high. So how do you attract the best teachers to teach our students that are most in need? It's craziness.
Sanchez says the state is infringing on local school district authority over how teachers are evaluated. We asked the Public Education Secretary-designate Hannah Scandera before the case was filed if the state is indeed overstepping its bounds.
No, I think we're asking the wrong question. The question is, are we making sure our kids are getting the very best education possible? And how do we know that they are? And then we start looking at, well, are we graduating more students? And I talked earlier about we're #1 in the nation today for improvement in our graduation rate. You don't get to be #1 overall until you're #1 in improvement.
NEA New Mexico maintain local authority is being violated, and they've filed a lawsuit against the Public Education Department. The case follows NEA-supported legislation to minimise the weight of student test scores in teacher evaluations, ultimately vetoed by Governor Martinez, and earlier attempts to work collaboratively with the governor.
The governor and the secretary-designate were not interested in hearing any of our input from either administrators, superintendents, or the teachers represented by the National Education Association. It became a farce, it became a rubber stamp. They wouldn't listen to any of our ideas.
Sanchez acknowledges that the lawsuit being filed in Santa Fe District Court is likely to be long and drawn out, and may be appealed in the state Supreme Court. He says the coming election and gubernatorial candidate, Gary King, might produce a more immediate solution. King has said his first act as governor would be to remove the current teacher evaluation system, along with Hannah Scandera from the Public Education Department. For KRWG, I'm Simon Thompson.